everybody, welcome back. Emily and Nicole here.
If you've ever thought about co-writing, this is the episode for you. Stay until the end.
We're going to give you some tips on things we've learned during our process of co-writing and show you that it can work and it does work and it is really fun. So
buckle up. It really helps us to keep creating this content, creating these videos if you like and subscribe.
So, like and subscribe.
Also, you may not know, but we have other platforms as well.
Instagram.
Facebook. And even the TikTok. A lot of people ask, how does co-writing even work? And we're here to tell you, we have no idea. So Emily and I are co-writers.
And we have been for 12 years, as we've mentioned. And people all the time say to us, how does that even work? How does co-writing even work? Tell me what you do. So writing is kind of a lonely art, but we've decided to make it a little less lonely by teaming up. Because we've done that, then we get to live in our imaginary worlds together, and we can talk about imaginary people as if they're our best friends.
Sometimes I just call her up and be like, you'll never guess what Marcus did. Is Marcus real? No, he's not. He's an imaginary friend. But she knows exactly who he is.
I do.
And so I'm not so lonely when I'm talking about him.
It's weird, Marcus lives in my head, but sometimes he visits her head, so...
And it's a great place to be when he visits my head.
Right, so you can live in these imaginary worlds together and it's not lonely. Also, it helps with writer's block. When you have somebody to bounce ideas off.
Writer's block is really hard, and to go through it alone is even harder.
I think people give up often because of writer's block. They get a huge block in their creative flow and they don't know who to talk to about it, and so then they just either start a new project that is a little more shiny and exciting, or they just give up.
So if you are writing by yourself, it can be really hard to go through these moments alone, and you're gonna have to search for someone to help you through those times of writer's block and going through mental blocks. We actually have each other, but yeah, you'll need to find someone else. This episode is brought to you by Hallmark Bliss with My Sis. If you haven't seen them on Instagram, check them out now. Here. Hallmark Bliss with My Sis. Two sisters sharing their love of Hallmark.
Another thing we love is writing together helps us get used to criticism, constructive criticism, and feedback, it's just an inherent part of being a writer. You have to get used to it. So when we're writing and we're reading each other's work, I'm taking feedback from my best friend.
If you can take constructive criticism from your very best friend, you can easily take it from agents, editors, or your beta readers, or pretty much anybody.
So it's like practice for when you start sending those queries, or when you send a manuscript, or when you have beta readers, it's practice.
We are equally invested in the books we write, so we need that feedback. And we both want to give it back and forth because we want the best product in the end.
So maybe my personal favorite thing about having a co-writer is that we get to use each other's strengths to make a well-rounded story, right? So, for example, I am horrible at timeline. Horrible. Oblivious almost. Nicole?
I'm a little freaky.
That is her
I love a good timeline. I do not like holes in a timeline.
That's one of her strengths. And so, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually hiring you for that job permanently.
I actually write timelines for people's lives.
I know we're 50-50 in this, but I'm going to hire you for this.
Oh, that's really nice.
You're welcome.
Am I going to get a salary or?
I mean, money. Writing doesn't bring money.
Just joy. And you are so good with story details and bringing in all the flavor of the story. So we do really work with each other's strengths, and it helps our books just progress that much faster.
Well, she sees the things I don't see and vice versa.
Another thing about using each other's strengths in the writing process is when something great happens, we get to celebrate together.
I mean, alternately, when something sad and hard happens, we also get to share the burden together.
Commiserate.
Yeah, we will soak it in equally.
Like a good Hallmark movie.
So these are just a few of the things we love about co-writing. Next in this series, we're going to show you how to find a co-writer, because I think that's a tricky part for a lot of people, is how to find a good co-writer. So we've got some tips for you on that. This is how we love to write. This is how it works for us. So we're hoping that it also works for you, and we encourage you to try it.
In conclusion, we're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball one of life's most important questions. Is video editor Jake going to be excited about editing this video? My sources say no.
I think Magic 8 is very wise.
Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.